Hey guys, you got Chris and Sean with Talking Through the Medias. We're going to go over a number of things. I apologize, guys. We have been kind of out of the loop, but we are back and we're going to do a better job of staying on task. So right out the chute, we're going to go over some news I'm not really happy to bring to you. Nothing's 100%, but just the fact that it's in the air right now concerns me, and I know Chris appreciates this topic. We're talking about James Cameron's Avatar sequels. Um, According to the lore of the internet right now, it is possible, but I would have to say not very likely, just because of the money involved, because he holds the #1 position. Um, the rumor goes that because of the success of Star Wars The Force Awakens, obviously we all knew that was a duh, um, he is now pushing again back the dates for the Avatar sequels. And yeah, this is ridiculous. I mean, come on, Mr. Cameron. It's been since '09. Me and Chris have talked about this subject numerous times. It's getting to the point now where the relevance of the series is starting to go away. It's not like it has a 30-year history, with Star Wars, and it's been around, and so it doesn't matter how long it's been since it came out. It was just one movie, and it came out, in '09, and it took forever for that one to come out. So, and honestly, getting off topic, I don't understand how it was the biggest selling movie in history. But anyway, don't hate me about that. So they're saying that because of the release dates that Cameron has gotten skittish and he doesn't want to compete with Star Wars. And again, I'm going to go with a duh. That's not a good move, because now with the people's initial fears of this series being a flop right out the chute have come and gone and are of zero relevance now. The sequel will do nothing. See, I think, and I'll have to check, but I know we were that close, Chris, to hitting the $2 billion mark with The Force Awakens, which is way better than any of the other ones. And I think damn near combined some of the, well, not combined, but better than all the other ones. So mark my words, the sequel will be huge. Like in the words, it's gonna be huge. And this one is huge. So I am just concerned that he is going to get so skittish that because me and Chris talk about this subject all the time. The rumor goes that he wants to shoot all of the sequels back to back to back before we release any of them, and that is ridiculous. So keep your eyes out, guys. I'm going to hope and pray that this is completely ridiculous rumors, and we're going to hope that we see the sequels to Avatar sooner than later. Otherwise, I'm just going to throw it in the back. I'm done with it. So anyway, moving on to a subject I really like, and I've talked to Chris about this before. The X-Files are back. What do you think about this series, Chris? Just let me know, because we haven't really talked about this in detail.
I wanted to know. I can't remember. I know you know this guy's name. What were the three guys, the funny guys that were like on the side that had their own show for a little while?
Yeah. The nerds. I don't remember their name right now. And the sad thing is, I'm actually rewatching right now all of the series of the X-Files.
You're gonna come across them.
To renew my memory, and I haven't seen them yet in the series. I remember them, but I don't remember their names. I know who you're talking about. They were the comic relief, and they were kind of really nerdy and hackers and.
You know what? I know that is the main thing. I mean, I know that X-Files. I used to watch a little bit of it. I wasn't hardcore into it back then. I probably, if that show was brand new today, I probably would be. But I watched the movies and everything. But
the first movie was great. Second movie,
yeah. But and it was. I think wasn't the release of the first and the second movie like really far away from each other?
Yeah, something like 8 or 9 years apart. And by the time the second movie had been released, the series had been canceled for a number of years.
Yeah.
But I will say this: I have seen the 2 episodes that they have released for the new series. It's great. I mean, it just strides right into it from the end of the last season to the season. In fact, they keep the same intro to the show.
Oh, good.
They didn't even change it. So I was like, yes.
Because don't they call this like season 10 or something?
Yeah, it's just another season, man. It's not like a completely reboot. It's just restarting, and not restart. It's continuing
from the vault.
Yeah, and they do a little montage, you know, in the beginning. So even if you have seen none of the X-Files, I mean, you can. Now, you're not going to have, you can come right in and watch it with no prior knowledge. However, if you've committed the time like I have, and I'm sure some other people have. See, I didn't watch this show, just like you, Chris. I did not watch this show when it first came out. I think I was 12 years old when the series, when the series came out, like 93, 92, and I was a little kid. Yeah. I wouldn't have had appreciation for it anyway. I didn't start watching this until after the show had actually been canceled, and I was working on a boat up in New York, and so that's all we had was our TV, dude. So I bought like stacks of seasons of the X-Files because it was the one show. I was like, dude, there's like 8 seasons of this. I can watch it and watch it and watch it and watch it. And I'll tell you what, by the time I got through the 2nd and 3rd season, I was completely hooked. Like, that show just sunk the hooks in. I was ready to ride this roller coaster all the way into the end.
I think I did the same thing with Buffy the Vampire Slayer. I didn't appreciate it. I was thinking to myself, why is this show being called like a show that's like changing the way we look at our sitcoms and dramas and sci-fi? Like, what is it with? Because I remember the movie, and I was like, what the hell is it with? Why is this show has such a hardcore following? So I go back and I watch Buffy. And it after the first season, and so now on Netflix, I was watching Buffy and Angel in the exact chronological order that it was.
Yeah, he's a character from
Buffy, and he got his show. And I started to watch both. I would watch Buffy, then watch the episode of Angel that came on right after Buffy when it was live.
It was a continuous lineage. I mean, do they correlate?
In the same universe? And then I started to read the comic books after, so I was really hooked at it, and it won me over. I feel X-Files is exactly the same way, and I feel like that. And I brought up that spinoff for a reason, because I feel that those 3 guys, I think that show was ahead of its time. If that spinoff were to come out today, like let's say if it was come out now after all this and the reboot, I'm sure the spinoff's not coming back. But those guys could work today, because
they're going to bring those guys back, I think, though. I don't remember if they died.
I used to love those guys, and I'm surprised they didn't have, instead of doing the X-Files 2 movie, they should have did a movie just based on those guys. It's a comedy, and then had Mulder and Scully kind of in the background, like, what the hell are you guys doing? You're messing it up. And then they save the world or something. Those guys work today. I mean, you got comic book, you got Kevin Smith's movie, Comic Book Men. You got all kinds of, like, the nerd thing. The geeks are it now. And that show honestly would have worked. So I'm hoping. I gotta watch. I'm gonna do what you did. I gotta catch up to the old X-Files. I'm gonna watch them all.
That's what I'm doing right now. I think we're almost done with season 1. There's like 25, 24 episodes. I forgot how many episodes are in season 1. I mean, it's long.
Yeah.
And they're like 45 minutes a piece.
Yeah, it was an hour-run show when it had the commercial. So you're committing some time. Yeah, it's not gonna be. It's sometimes you're gonna be like, okay, let's get. Well, now let me ask you this: when you get to the part where, when you get to that season where, okay, now the movie is starting, are you gonna rewatch the movie when?
Oh yeah. That the number 1 movie. Man, that's a great movie. I mean, like, I remember being just like on the edge of my seat, just going, "Whoa!" You know, But the second one, I want, like the saying, "I want to believe."
Yeah.
You know? I went in there. I want to like this movie, but I really just didn't. My nostalgia was being like, "Yeah, this is not so bad," and then the critic in the back of my head is like, "This movie is shit." You know, like. Don't listen to him. My other side's like, yeah, it's not too bad. Bullshit. This is crap. You know, this is like back and forth. It's like, you wouldn't even watch this if it wasn't for Mulder and Scully. This would be some other bull crap.
If they weren't hinting that this is the one where they're going to actually bone, I wouldn't be watching this movie, all right? Wait a minute. Now, let me ask you this. Now, that's the only spoiler I want. Did they ever get into a relationship?
They did.
They finally kissed.
Yeah, they have a relationship, and they talk about it a little bit in the first 2 episodes. Yeah, because they're like, that was years ago, and I'm not sad it happened, and
we had an alien baby.
Yeah, I don't want to spoil too. I mean, you haven't seen these episodes, right?
No, not the new ones.
Okay, I will shut my mouth for you in the audience. I'm not going to say anymore. Trust me, though. Watch them. But don't watch them until you build up that appreciation again. Yeah. Otherwise, you're going to be like, it's okay. But
Yeah, don't worry. You didn't give any spoilers away, so that was good. You got me ready for that. So after that, you said that there was another show that you've been watching that you want me to get into. It's called Black Sails. I've seen some advertisements on it. I know it's kind of what it's about, but what season is it on right now?
All right, so Black Sails, for you guys who have no idea what we're talking about, is a premium big budget show put out by Starz. And I believe you can find the first 2 seasons of it. I paid per episode when I saw this when it first came out because I couldn't wait. I'm just like, I gotta see it. But I believe now if you go on Netflix, you can see the first 2 seasons of it without paying, or you pay your monthly due. But anyway, Black Sails is for those of you who like Pirates of the Caribbean, this is like a slightly more adult version. Big production value. It's not cheap looking. It's really great. It's just a little bit more serious, but they do have a couple characters that you can absolutely tell they just put in there for them to be stupid and goofy, to kind of relieve things a little bit. But again, it's one of those shows I saw a lot, and I was like, I'll try it one day. But then once I started watching, it was like, it's kind of like you and Narco. I was like, damn, I can't believe I haven't seen this show yet. This is great. And then I killed both seasons within a couple days. And I was like, damn, now I'm going to have to wait. And thank God it's coming out. It's coming out. So I'm really looking forward to it. For Pirate guys, Black Sails.
Well, you already had me when you said it's in a more adult Pirates of the Caribbean.
That's what it is. That's what it is, man.
The Johnny Depp, because the Johnny Depp character, is there any guy like comic relief like that, or is it more serious?
Well, there is a guy who's kind of funny. He's kind of witty. I don't want to spoil too much, but there is a guy in there, and I'll see if you spot who he is if you do watch this show, and I'll tell you if you figured out who it was, but I'll leave it at that.
Okay, good deal. What's what was the next topic?
Keanu.
Oh, guys. Okay, so look, all right, I'm gonna introduce this one. So I'm a big fan of Key and Peele from Comedy Central. I feel like ever since the Chappelle Show was canceled and suspended indefinitely, that Comedy Central was scrambling trying to fill that void. They had a couple of comedians do a few shows that did semi good, that didn't do all that great. And I feel like a couple of years ago they finally found three comedians to spin off 2 shows that kind of filled that void. It's not as popular as Chappelle was, but it's popular in different ways, and Chappelle kind of opened doors for these comedians that go through Comedy Central to make these things happen. So you have Key and Peele. In my opinion, you have Key and Peele filled one half of that void, and I feel like you have Amy Schumer who is filling another half, but for the ladies. And the reason why I'm saying that is because these 3 comedians, besides the shows that they're on Comedy Central, are also getting so much respect and attention in Hollywood. Not because they're like the best actors or whatever in the world or whatnot, but it's more that people are saying that they're so likable and that they're just meeting the right people. Almost like the way I hear about Seth Green from Robot Chicken. He's a guy that you don't really see coming, but everybody in Hollywood knows him. They love him.
That dude's awesome.
Exactly. No one has anything negative to say about him. And the same thing's being said about Amy Schumer and Key and Peele. And the reason why I bring that up is because you heard rumors that Key and Peele I think they quit their show is finally canceled. They finally canceled the show because they wanted to venture out into some offers that they were getting from Hollywood and writing. And they're coming out with their very first movie, and it's called Keanu. Now I saw this this trailer, and I immediately
the red band trailer, right?
The red band trailer, and I immediately called Sean. And I said, if you don't watch this trailer, you're gonna regret it. You've got to stop whatever you're doing and see this trailer. And from the name of it, it's a. Correct me if I'm wrong. You think that that's a subtle little joke that the reason why they call it Keanu is because they're tugging on the same heartstrings that the John Wick.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Of course, that's what it is.
Cute little dog.
Yeah, Keanu.
Oh my God,
the cutest guy I've ever seen. Yeah,
going to this whole. So I guess the premise is that this guy loses his girlfriend. He's depressed about it. He finds a kitten and he's happy again, and the kitten gets taken by the criminal.
The 9th Street Blips or 18th Street Blips or whatever.
Exactly, and then you got to go into the hood. these very suburban black guys that are.
It's like you sound like John Ritter all the time.
Exactly. He's like, yeah, you went straight to the N-word. What are you talking about? I do it all the time. Like, no, you don't. I feel like it's a total. It's because back in the day, I feel like especially in the '90s, this movie would have been featured like this movie would have had two white guys, and then they would have gone into the hood.
The hood, right? Yeah.
They did the opposite. They have two corny white black guys in there, and they're going into this. And it's funny on so many levels because those guys have always existed in a way. I'm one of those guys in a lot of ways. So it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be hilarious. And,
what is the word Joe uses? Joe says he's a self-described coconut, I think is the word.
Yeah, Jar. We have a friend of his name Joe Perez. He's
Latino.
He's always joking for you guys who don't know Joe. Joe's been on this show once. And he's always joking against himself for being so he's the first person that'll say the
Mexican jokes.
Mexican jokes, because he can say it but we can't. That's his
right. Oh no.
It's his words and his opinions. We don't. It's like those are my words. Only I can use. But I'm not gonna lie. I do whenever I'm talking about something. If I've got to practice my Spanish, I've stolen his line where he said instead of no comprende, I say no Nintendo, something that he's
no Nintendo.
No Nintendo for no comprende. But yeah, that's kind of like exactly like what this movie feels like to me. It's like it speaks to that generation of especially like younger black guys that aren't like
stereotyping,
aren't living up to other people's stereotypes.
Yeah.
And that's actually that reminds me of something else that I saw. I don't know if you know who Anna Akane is on her YouTube channel. She talks about that. Like usually when people are upset with another person, like because you're not living up to their expectations, usually because you're not living up to their stereotypes and whatnot. It's like, well, you're not this enough, you're not that enough, or you're too this, or you're too that. He's like, no, I'm not. I'm just being me.
I'm just me.
I'm just me. You're upset because you had a preconceived stereotype, and I'm not meeting that, and now you're upset. And I feel like that's what this movie is kind of doing as well. I feel like this movie is gonna have just too many laughs. If you haven't seen the trailer, see it.
Did you notice they used the backflipping scene in the trailer? Yeah. Well, you'll like for you guys who watch the trailer, they use like they're doing like this gunfight scene, and the dude does like a backflip shooting his guns, and they use that same clip like 6 times in the trailer, the same shot, just doing backflips and stuff.
I didn't notice that. I'm gonna have to watch it again. I'm gonna be an excuse to watch the trailer again. I guess I was too caught up on that cat and the fact that the bandana.
You can do backflips.
I guess I was caught up on the fact that they put a bandana on the cat.
Yeah, I was in the market for a gangster pet.
Yeah, a gangster pet. Got one? Like, and it's like at any moment I feel like one of these guys are gonna get shot in this movie.
Yeah.
You know what? And the one thing about this trailer, even though the trailer was hilarious, I feel like they didn't give away the funniest scenes in this movie. I can tell.
I hope not. Because you just see the cat like jumping around during the gunfight scenes. It's meow.
Yeah, I saw a scene where it looked like one of the guys running almost could have stepped on it, like
down the steps.
He running down the steps, the cat sliding in slow motion. They really made the cat a part of the action. So I can't wait to see that movie. So the movie's called Keanu. I didn't see a release date. I don't know if you did it say April. That's right. I think it's coming out in April.
Is it really coming out in April?
Yeah, exactly. That's the funny thing about they didn't start advertising it like a year ago. They're just like boom, a couple of months from now. Like it looks like going to be one of the funniest movies of the year, coming in April. So that's gonna be huge.
It's gonna be huge.
So, all right. After that, moving on. You got big. You just saw the new.
I did.
Video game side of it. Black Ops 3. We've been getting into. We finally got a game to replace Black Ops 2. I almost went over and grabbed.
BO2 moved on to BO3.
Exactly. I'm gonna hold on 1 second. I'm gonna make it official, guys. Sorry, I'm taking Black Ops 2. I loved it. But we're out of here, man. We got Black Ops 3, and I'm loving it. My ratio is not loving me right now. I'm at what, 0.96 right now. What's your ratio at right now?
I think it's 1.13. I think, or 1 point. It's 1.11 or 1.13.
Yeah, Mike is our friend. Mike is he's still camping back there, probably at a 1.5 or something like that. Yeah, he's never gonna watch this video. So you're a camper, Mike. You're a camper. All right, we're just not gonna say it to your face because you get killed. So
we'll just scrimmage to settle this.
I'm settling it right here.
Settle this on the field.
Yeah, but I run and gun. That's why my kill death ratio sucks right now.
Yeah, we got the Rambo mentality. I don't have the Chris Kyle kind of sit in the back and snipe thing. I do more the Rambo. Just shooting across the battlefield.
This is an American sniper, Mike. Okay, this is weird. All right, you bringing guns, and you ain't changing nothing. You know, that's what this game's all about. It's about running and gunning. But the new maps, what do you think about them? The new expansion pack is coming to PlayStation first, and then it's going to come to us here at Xbox Live.
First off, I've just got to say that is bullshit. Yeah, I think it should just be bang bang at the same time. But anyway, as far as the content, usually with the DLCs, I'm excited just because it's new maps. But when I actually watch the trailers, there's usually like one map where I'm like, oh, that one's cool. For this one, there were 2 or 3 of the maps that I was like, oh, this is going to be good. With the favorite being Skyjacked which is for you Black Ops fans, is a modern retake on the Hijacked level from Black Ops 2, which took place in Black Ops 2 on a futuristic yacht. Kind of like Nuketown.
They should have sank as the game progressed.
Right. Yeah, so it blocks off certain parts of the level.
Like water should have, you shouldn't be able to even go below the boat.
That would have been cool. Would have been cool. We could have gotten paid. We could have gotten paid.
That would have been like what's that other map that we love so much?
Nuketown.
Like screw Nuketown. I'm going to hijack. But no, you're right. Skyjack is by far. I like the other maps, like the slides,
Rise and Splash.
Yeah, I like the map where I think was it Rise is the one where it's like a base camp and it has like 4 different environments in one map. You have a part of
I forget the name of that one. Rise was the construction site and Splash was the water park.
Okay, and then there was the third one that had like 4 different elements in one. I like that one too, I guess.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of that map.
Rain, desert, and it was like a training camp. So that kind of reminded me of Black Ops 2 as well. The training camp where they already remixed that one as well. They turned it into like a
I know what you're talking about. It's like a Hollywood place, but they've got I know what you're talking about. I forget the name of that map.
So maybe it's like that, maybe it's not. But no, they said the only map that they resurrected was Hijack. So Skyjack to me could become the next Nuketown. Anyways, I still like Nuketown better, but Skyjack.
We don't get to play it. It's bull. We pre-ordered the game. And we don't get to play Nuke. I swear to God, Chris, in 50 hours of gameplay, I have played Nuketown once. That is ridiculous.
Unless you do a custom little
You're not going to play it.
Yeah, you can play it all day if you just do it. If you're all solo or just with your friends, and then playing against bots. Yeah, but no. They know what they're doing. They know that's what we want. It's probably going to come after this whole expansion, or maybe after the next expansion. We're incorporating Nuketown into the. But you suggest that we should start a petition.
Yeah, but guys, start an online petition. Bring back Nuketown 24/7, Hijack 24/7, or throw them back into the mix. Seriously, because those are like the best maps. It's like hair pulling, frustrating. It's like I want to play Nuketown. I pre-ordered this game to play Nuketown, and I don't.
Find out that the PlayStation Nation gets it first, or that they do have it inside the rotation right now.
Oh, I don't even want to look. I don't even want to know.
This lets you know that I care not and do not do anything involved with PlayStation. I don't even know. So you guys that love PlayStation, you probably were like, "Oh no, we don't have that," or you could just lie and be like, "Oh yeah, we do have it. Screw you guys." And I would believe you because I don't know.
Does it hurt? Does it hurt?
Does it hurt? Oh, I'm out of ammo. If you guys get that reference. then you're really fans of this show. But what do we have next on the top?
So we got Kung Fu Panda. 3 is coming out with my boy Jack Black, and apparently the early consensus is, again, that this is a good movie. I have not seen this. I don't even know if it's. I think it's coming out this weekend.
Did you see the first two?
I did. They were funny. I mean, like it was. You could tell it was catered towards like an 8 or a 10-year-old, with maybe some 12, 13-year-old stuff in there. But I don't care. I'm still a little kid at heart. So it's a cartoon. It was funny. Jack Black. I really like Jack Black. He's still as funny to me, even when he's not trying to be like hilarious. He's still funny. Like every once in a while, I still watch Nacho Libre, which a lot of people say is a terrible movie, but I thought that movie was hilarious.
I think, and it didn't dawn on me until I watched the Jeremy John review on it, and he kind of pointed out something that I didn't realize, that it's a solid. He champions the third one. He saw it earlier this week, and he recommends it. He says, it's a must see. You can go to the movies and watch it. And he talks about how he hates it when some trilogies, especially cartoons, when the character kind of doesn't evolve. But he says when you add all 3 movies together, just like Toy Story, it's not as good as Toy Story, but the trilogy Toy Story. But the one thing that he loves about Kung Fu Panda is the fact that Jack Black's character evolved. I mean, he didn't know anything in the first one, and then by the second one, he had all that training, and he was going and then on the third one, he's training his family. Now he's the teacher. So it was like he actually progressed. And he said he actually appreciated that. And I thought about it. I was like, yeah, that is pretty neat. So now I'm actually interested. I might actually go to the theater and watch that. And check that out. So I'm interested in seeing
It's Jack Black playing a Kung Fu Panda.
Master.
I mean, yeah, he's like a master of Kung Fu as a panda. So
to me, it was funny because it was the fact that he was like, because he was adopted by a crane or something, like a bird. His dad was a bird.
I'd have to rewatch them. I haven't seen them since they came out, and I feel like that was a couple of years ago. So.
Yeah, it's I'm gonna have to revisit. You know, I remember it well enough where I could just watch the third one, but I might need to watch the second one again.
Dude, and I'm gonna just drop this into the mix just because I just remembered it and I didn't want to forget it. Speaking of part 3s, I don't know if you heard, but Bill and Ted 3 is in the process of being made.
They've already started filming?
Bill and Ted.
I think this whole Keanu science has started all over again. I think because of John Wick, it's brought this new love and appreciation, because I didn't think anything would ever top Matrix as far as the peak of his fame. But John Wick is starting to show some signs that it could be a better trilogy, at least. Maybe not. Nothing's going to be first.
Be careful with them words, sir.
Yeah.
We're talking on hollow ground.
I'm still on the fence about whether or not 2 and 3 hold up to 1. I feel like
I like the first 2. The third one, I wanted to like
a little too much. You're like,
yeah,
like what's gonna be at these orgies, Morpheus?
Machines.
So you can make fun of the second and third one a little bit too much. But the twins though, they were the guys with the dreadlocks.
Yeah.
Right. And then the French chick that kissed Keanu.
Oh.
Also kissed Jada Pinkett Smith if you also included Into the Matrix from Xbox.
You know, there's when she actually kisses Keanu in them, it's gross, because if you get the high definition versions of the movie, you can see like when their lips meet, like spit. And then hair. She's got like hair on her upper lip, and you can see the hair. Like,
high definition. Yeah.
She's got a furry upper lip, dude.
I'm not gonna kill that scene for me. That scene was awesome, but if you haven't seen Jada Pinkett, it's like, why'd you put that image in my head? Why? But if you have you seen Into the Matrix? Did you ever play that game on Xbox?
Oh yeah, of course I did. Yeah, and the Path of Neo. I played the Path of Neo.
Yeah. How it went consistent with. I love the cutscenes. How it was perfectly in line with the movie. Everything that was happening with Jada Pinkett.
That was Matrix. The world was on fire with the Matrix. You know, because people were like, "Oh my God, the Matrix 2!" They were so excited for this shit.
You know what? I'm gonna. It's funny. I'm gonna when it's time to post this up on the site, I'm gonna have to title it the Keanu edition, because this is the third or fourth time that the Keanu Reeves subject has made its way into this whole episode. That's funny. Like, Keanu kind of has come up like I don't know how many times.
Man.
Bill and Ted, John Wick, what else? The Matrix,
Bill and Ted,
and the Key and Peele movie.
I remember being in the. I don't remember what movie I was seeing, but then the Matrix 2 trailer dropped, and the internet wasn't quite as prevalent as it is now, and so there wasn't a bunch of smartphones and stuff. People walking around with the internet in their hands all the time. But I remember the theater went ape shit. Like, absolutely, because it shows the green symbols starting to fall from the top.
Nerds are like freaking out.
Like, oh my god!
Popcorn everywhere.
Everybody's jaws were just like, it's Matrix 2.
Girlfriends everywhere being ignored.
Shut up, bitch! It's the Matrix.
Oh my god, Keanu! He's back. Oh my god, my life had no meaning. I loved nothing until this moment. Girlfriends are like sitting there.
Yeah, like, it's a fucking movie. You don't understand. It's
You're a fucking movie. Well, yeah, I think I don't know where I saw the second Matrix trailer. I might have been in the theater, but you're right. The internet wasn't. Yeah, we still were getting our trailers.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't have smartphones. We had computers and stuff, but you had to go home and
watch it on TV or in the theater. I still, you know what? Even though I'm still the kind of guy that will watch the premiere between the commercials and then watch it 5 more times on YouTube, I still love catching a trailer for the first time at a theater. If I can, it's hard nowadays because they release it so fast on YouTube. But if there's that magical time when I don't catch it on YouTube and I catch it first, and I like it when they don't even announce it. I like it when I don't know it's coming at all. But nowadays, that's even hard, especially when our line of work, what we're doing right now, we're gonna get the news. The new Avengers trailer is coming, in T-minus 2 minutes. Hurry, right? So. It's going to be hard to, but I used to love it when I'm watching a movie and I'm just sitting there eating the popcorn waiting for the trailers to start, and then a trailer to a movie that I'm going to love hits me like out of the blue, just like that Matrix 2 did. It's been a while since that happened. When's the last time you've been surprised like that by a trailer from an epic movie that you didn't know was coming and you were sitting in the theater? When was the last time that happened?
Oh God. I don't even remember. My only memory besides that was when I was a kid and I saw the trailer to RoboCop 2, and I was like, I was a huge RoboCop fan.
I can't remember. I think the last time I remember it happening, because when I worked overseas, when I was working overseas, I worked a lot with the movies and stuff, and I tried to become the movie guy over there. So I would purposely find trailers on YouTube on a young YouTube back then. And try to entertain the soldiers and show trailers before the movies and have trailers.
That would have been cool.
I even had a TV in front of the media room that we had, because we had a screen, a projector, and then in the base that I was working in, they actually built a stadium, a little stand for the soldiers in the small little media room that seated about 50 people.
Whoop, whoop.
And we had a little projector in the middle. So before each movie, I even had a little Marlar or whatever it's called, or marquee thing at the top of the door, like a real marquee looking thing that I would put the times in the movie.
Oh, did you?
I did it.
You had your own movie theater?
I made my own movie theater. I really focused. It was my baby. That was my project. And then because they had a popcorn maker and stuff, soldiers would scoop up.
Oh shit!
And then
I had a ball with that, man.
I remember right next to the popcorn deal, I took one of the TVs that weren't being used, and I waited until I could, because I was in charge of ordering materials and stuff, and I waited until there was like a PlayStation or some kind of VCR or DVD player that wasn't being used, and I could put it together. And I had trailers constantly playing, like 3 hours of just new trailers constantly. I'm making discs and stuff. So while people were waiting for the movie to open, they're sitting there around the TV eating popcorn, watching that. Holy shit, when is that movie coming out? I just loved it, man. To this day, I still talk to a few of the airmen out there that kind of remind me like how much they enjoy getting their mind off everything because of the movies. And that's kind of what movies, that's why me and Sean.
That's all about.
That's why we love movies. It takes your mind off of all this stuff sometimes. You can escape for 2 hours. And while I was working in the middle of a war zone,
A war zone.
2 hours, nothing in the world mattered, man. It was awesome. Man. So
You were the movie man.
I was the movie man. I took it seriously. they were waiting for the next trailer. They were like, because I remember there was a DVD player, and what I would do, because I couldn't, sometimes if I could edit it myself, I would edit trailers in front of the movie and merge.
That would be cool.
But I couldn't do that, so I would have to sneak 2 discs in. I would play some trailers, play like 3 or 4 trailers play, and the guys were watching, and I would like take it out and put the movie in. I'm like, all right, guys, enjoy your movie. And they were and hardcore movie fans would be like, that's awesome, man. Thanks for.
Well, a lot of times we go to the movies just to see the trailer, or more back in the day, but I still do it now. Go see certain movies because we know there's going to be a certain trailer in it that we want to see.
Exactly. So yeah, the guys were when I took over. Before I took over, you know, they just put the movie in and played it. But when I took over, I was looking for the latest movie, and I played the latest, the newest trailers, and that's when we started getting crowds, and it was awesome because sometimes we would get brand new movies that were still in the theaters here in the States, and those were the best. Like we premiered 300. We premiered
300. Oh, you guys did?
We premiered 3. The talk about a movie that they love, and we also premiered Star Wars Episode 3, and Dean Cain. That was when Dean Cain flew over and visited the soldiers. I was sitting there chilling with Superman, and I got an autograph. and a little behind the scenes. I never told you this story, but Dean Cain, when I met him, that was when the whole Desperate Housewives things was happening. When I was like, "What do you think about your old co-star? What's her name from Desperate Housewives? Lois and Bridges and Lois and Clark."
I don't remember her name, but I know who you're talking about.
And I was like, "What do you think about what's her name over there?" And since he knew there was like, this is before smartphones and all the recordings and everywhere, and there was no cameras anywhere. He knew it was just me and him talking. He looks at he'll probably deny this story.
I heard it. I never heard the details, but I heard about this. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, man. He goes, "Oh my God, I can't stand that bitch. She gets on my damn nerve." I was like, "What?" He blew me away with that. I was like, "Are you serious?" Now he would probably deny ever saying it. He's a conservative guy.
You said Lois was a bitch?
He said all the rumors that you heard about on Desperate Housewives, how she wasn't getting along with other co-stars. He confirmed it. He said she was the same way on the Adventures of Lois and Clark. The word bitch is exactly what now he'll probably deny it. He'll probably sue me for slander.
Yeah.
I don't care. You said
you heard it here.
You said it because there was a few airmen around me. So you can deny it all you want to, but there's probably a witness out there that can confirm it. She probably confirmed that you said it to her one time or so. So I'm not afraid of being sued by Dean Cain. Bring it on.
Bring it on, Superman.
Bring it on, Superman.
I got your kryptonite right here.
But oh man, I got off on a tangent on that. What's the third movie that was it today's? Is 50 Shades of Black.
50 Shades of Black and Finest Hour. Yeah.
Yeah, those 2 movies I want to see.
I know nothing about 50 Shades of Black. I saw the title and I immediately assumed that this is some kind of spoof. Is the trailer worth watching?
Let's do a trailer watch after this. Me and Sean are gonna watch this trailer. And we're gonna put it on right after this. So we're gonna do 2 episodes back to that. We went kind of long in this one, but we covered the damn medias. So I guess this is it. We're back, guys. If I don't know if any all 64 of you missed.
If anybody even noticed.
Say, oh hey, we got a new video. Cool. All right. Yeah.
We honestly, guys, we love having subscribers. And I would be amazing for us to have a ton of subscribers. Don't get me wrong. But this is something that even if we get no subscribers, this is something that we enjoy talking about. So it's not the most important thing in the world. Yeah. If you guys want to subscribe, we will love it. We appreciate it. And we encourage it. But that's not why we do this. So that's all I got to say about that.
If you guys love movies and you like talking with other guys who are just as passionate as movies as you are, as we are. And, if you want to hit that subscribe button, we really appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button only if you're smart and if you're huge, if you know what I mean. So
your
yeah.
IQ is huge.
Yeah, if you're a brain, if you have a big brain, and you're the most attractive person in the world, you know, that's you. Yeah, click that like button. You instantly become popular. But no, just like Sean said, I concur. It's not about that. Even when we only had 1, 2 subscribers.
Yeah, it jumped though.
Yeah, it jumped. It's from 2 to 8 fast. But it was great because you know that's what it's about. Because maybe those guys will tell his friends, "Hey, maybe you be into this." And they look at it and they say no, and another guy be like, "Yeah," and hit that like button. Hey, we encourage all. We welcome all comers. If you want to help me kick Dean Kane's ass when he comes for me, because I'm sure he's coming, just hit that subscribe button, and I appreciate anybody. But that's all I gotta say too. So I guess till next time. It's what was my old sign off?
Keep watching the movies.
Let's keep talking.
Yeah, there you go.